Hello, for the first time or welcome back. Whichever one applies to you, that's the intro that I want you to use for this video. We are back with DC. And yes, we have round 7 with Lex Luthor versus Etrigan the Demon. And now, this is not one of the one-shots. This is going to be found within the pages of Superman number 33, because this opens up right away with us doing a flashback in the underworld where Lex is tied up, because that's definitely where he's going to go. And it begs the question because he's approached by a shadowy figure out of some hellfire asking him if he's ready to make a deal. And that begs the question, does Lex Luthor actually have a soul?
Round 1, fight!
And this cuts over to them just immediately fighting. They're immediately just punching each other through buildings, lasers, fire, everything. And as they fight, Lex is kind of recounting all the things that have just been happening, everything that's going on in the pages of Superman right now, but also documenting this journey that he's been on, this kind of change. He went from this bad guy that hated Superman, was going to do anything to kill him, and then now he was working with him up until the moment that his evil clone tried to kill him again. But that's something else, okay? You know, that wasn't his fault. And who amongst us have not accidentally made an evil clone that may or may not have tried to kill our new business partner? That is a regular thing that happens all the time. Anyway, Etrigan sets him on fire, resulting in a... And as Lex reforms, there's actually this kind of cool moment here that we get to see. It's almost like a video game kind of like skin selector. He gets to select his form. And now he's going to be using a bit of strategy, because you know Lex doesn't come without a plan. He pulls out Mother Box powered super suit.
Round 2, fight!
And that's where they basically appear back in what seems to be Metropolis, and all of these robots get to come in because that's why he got the suit. And this is just a knockdown, drag out fight. They are just throwing each other through buildings, through walls, and something that I think is very funny here, Lex goes, "I hate rhymes," because if you know anything about Etrigan, he speaks in rhymes. And it almost seems as though Lex was playing with his food, kind of, because there's just a moment where he pulls the mother box out of his suit and he goes, "How would you like a mother box to the face?" It just blows Etrigan's head off. And now, as Etrigan starts to reform, we move over to the next round.
Final round, fight!
And the next round is in the underworld. And Etrigan immediately thinks that he's got home court advantage because, you know, he's the demon and they're in the underworld. But this is not the first time that Lex has been there, like we saw before. And Lex kind of dropped something on him that is really cool. I did not expect this to happen, because Lex explains here that he's traveled through the underworld, he's traveled through hell, he's learned these kind of dark spells and things. And something that he learned in his travels was that the runes that were once carved onto his skin were no accident. They were spells of preparation for possession. And then he goes into the spell. "Gone, gone the form of man, rise the demon Etrigan." And he steals the possession of the demon away from the host. And then immediately just slits his throat. Because of course he does. But he's fighting the demon, not just the guy that was possessed by the demon the first time. And he starts to try to take over, but Lex is prepared for this. Like, Lex has one of like the most powerful minds. He is not very easy to be taken over, to be possessed or anything, and nobody controls him. He's able to literally force Etrigan out of his mind and just exorcise him, resulting in a But that will do it for this one. The next one is going to be the one shot that is Red Hood versus Joker, and I will be covering that later. But until then, go drink some water, go do something kind, and I'll see you next time. Peace.